Hi, everybody. I am back in Washington, D.C. after about 5 weeks of being in Peru, doing some really deep, self-work, healing, working on my own stuff, diving deep, and also expanding my resources to be of more service, um, on the issues of relations and energetic blocks and healing and expanding and manifesting. And so it's been really quite a deep dive for me personally. And yet I come back with, I feel like, a lot more energy and resources to be of more service. And so I just want to hop on really quickly and talk about why to be able to change our patterns, get fulfillment and ease and joy and love out of our relationships when we go deep into relationships. Stand more in our power as sovereign beings, feel more love inside of ourselves and be able to share that with others, and feel like we can really manifest our life and reap the fruits of that. Why it's so fundamentally important to have a strong foundation inside of ourselves. And that strong foundation is none other than healing our inner child wounds, our family of origin wounds. And I can't stress this enough. This is like the foundation of manifesting everything that you want out of relationships and feeling safe and loved and emotionally mature as a sovereign being made of earth and sky, yes, spirit and matter. So when we come into this planet, when we come into this earth as a child, our primary understanding of love, our primary understanding of what it feels to get love, to receive love, to give love, to be in relation with another, stems from our primary caregivers, and in most cases it's the mother and the father, right? And so our relationship with our mother, with our father, how we learned what love was, how we learned to feel connected, to feel loved, or how we felt unloved and disconnected, that is really like the foundation of the house that we build as adults about relationships. And so without understanding that foundation, without strengthening that foundation, without fixing that foundation and healing that foundation, we can't build the type of structures, the types of relationships in our lives that we so desperately long for and want and are calling in. So we want to call in, this emotional love, this deep intimacy, this sacred sexuality, this feeling of being seen, of being understood, of being heard, of being respected, of feeling safe, of being able to be vulnerable. And yet, unless we have this foundation in order, we're not going to be vibrating those frequencies. It's from that root vibration that those frequencies come. And so we're not going to be able to attract that. Which is why so much of my work with clients is focused on that inner child healing so that we can manifest the relationships that we seek as adults. And, some people just come in and they say, I don't want to touch my childhood. It's too painful. It's unnecessary. Let's just work with the thing now. And it's really hard to do because the behavior patterns that we have inside of us that are programmed in our neurochemistry, in our neural networks, those patterns, the superhighways, were really laid at a really young age, before the age of 6. And so to be able to change, we really need to unpack, heal, and love, our inner child wounds. Now, what does that mean? There was just an eagle above me, and so that's always a good omen, and so I looked up. So what does it mean to heal our inner child wounding? Well, it's a deep process of unpacking it, of feeling that pain that we as children went through, being able to hold it in our body and not try to repress it, but in fact, being able to hold it, being able to not run away from it, and internalize it, metabolize it in our system. And how do we know that we've done a good deal of work with this wounding to be able to manifest something different in our reality? And so the way that, one of the big, what do you call it, yardsticks for understanding how much work we've done with our inner child wounds is the amount of gratitude that we have for these wounds and that we have for our family of origin, dynamics, caregivers, family members. So when we do all of this work, the feeling of gratitude comes up. And the feeling of gratitude is one of the highest vibrations on this planet. It's a vibration of huge potential for manifestation, of huge, consciousness expansion. I don't know another vibration that is as high as gratitude. And so when we heal these wounds, the vibration of gratitude starts to come up, and we're able to feel gratitude towards our relations in a way that we've never have been able to before, because there's been so much anger, there's been so much fear, there's been so much sadness, resentment. And when we're able to come into relationship that is conscious with those emotions, the gratitude comes up. And with this frequency of gratitude comes in other things, other types of relationships that are of a higher frequency. So, the more gratitude we have in our lives, especially for our family of origin, the more gratitude and love and connection and intimacy and depth we can feel as adults. So that's kind of it. I'm gonna hop on with another client call right now, so I have to come off, but I'll be doing much more of these videos in the future. All right, all my love.